I'm just putting this on the record. Again, I know there are individuals that um, are assigned to iVessel. Same King Herod story. King Herod was the government. I believe a king is like a one man government. Um, but Herod, right? Like, knew that the age was shifting, mm, and that there was an heir, a claimant to the throne. Now, without really getting too much in this, because this is not a uh, theology lesson, but it does, listen, everything that we know here uh, represents a spiritual, energetic dimension. So, what do we have? We have a world full of, maybe I'm not ready for that court hearing, but a court hearing that I do want to address um, is the gang stalking, um, invasion of privacy, things like that. Multidimensionally, right? Um, absolutely, it starts with the spiritual wickedness in the higher dimensions. You got it, dude. Isn't that what they had? The little holes, the little twin holes. Then they had us saying that shit. Like, why do I still remember that shit? Divine court hearing. That's what you call a mind assault. Divine court hearing transfer. Man, I don't want to hear nobody say no shit. You got it, dude. I don't want to hear anyone. I mean, you can say it as a joke, but that being programmed into your mind as a child is like, I think I don't know, that's a weird vibration. Uh, I don't know. That's like a manipulator. Like that little monkeys must have been some manipulators to, just push these so seemingly innocent agendas that were really, really, really just so much satanic programming that you know a child, a toddler that is being groomed by Hollywood, talking to me. Yo, that feels dirty. That feels dirty. You was spreading that filth from a toddler and y'all twins. That's like, if two touch and agree, that's awesome. That's a real spiritual weapon being used against the minds. You got it, dude. And they doing like circus tricks, like monkeys. They did look like the little pale skin orangutans. When I'm saying when they was in that Full House show, you know what I'm saying? Like they were being groomed from that age on how to act. And where did they have them rehearsing lines? Like where they, yo, that's child abuse. To me, To me, that's child abuse, and and abuse is a learned behavior. It's a fear-based program, and they are little manipulators because they were groomed to be that. You know, if you say this way, exactly this way, and you will make these people feel this. I'm sure. Listen, oh. Listen, something happened with them little girls. That's very sinister. And if you keep hiding that, twin terrors, you know who you are. If you keep hiding it, let me think about that. How I want to give you the law. You have a whole collective of mind assaulted beings still affected by your words. You got it, dude. And that memory is still there from you were what, two? This is oh my gosh. Um Again, your number has been called. If you do not deliver your truth about these satanic cults that you were passed around in and your participation in, don't go telling no story about Danny. How Danny was doing drugs and uh how what was his name? Uncle you know, or how listen, we don't want listen, tell about your experiences. What abuse did you experience? Because there are a whole collective of youth that worship you. They follow you throughout life. You owe them that. Because listen, this fear is affecting the collective consciousness of Mother Earth, and you are the leader in it. You got it, dude. Who told you to say that? And that's why I want to know what was in the mind of that groomer that had you say that as a line. I hope it was that. I hope it was y'all. Wait, let me see. You know what? Let me look that up, man. Because look, I didn't even look it up, but you just came up in my memory with that phrase. You got it, dude. And I'm like, yo, that shit was wicked. Who? Why did they have y'all say it like that? Why? Um, what were they called? The Olsen twins. And yeah, y'all some devils, man. I'm looking at this. Wow. Oh, they had if you were a sex slave, you need to come out and free the people that supported you and made you guys so rich. You need to tell the truth because I'm just looking here. Why are y'all little girls and y'all have chokers on? These chokers are used in like BDSM. I think that's what they call it, BDSM, like that dominance. Those dungeons and stuff like that. That's used in that type of world. So why they got y'all with dog collars on? Now, I can't confirm that because some things that the great God did not want me to know, and I don't even want to put my attention on you past this. I'm already like, oh my goodness, can we move on? So I don't want to keep focusing on you, like, but I'm just this is just uh your universal disclosure, that your consciousness, your shame consciousness and secrecy consciousness is affecting negatively. You're in a negative karmic debt with the what you're in, yes, with the universe, with all law. Yep, you and you, because that's double the trouble. You got double the trouble, man. Woo! I cannot. When I thought about getting it, explaining that, it just became too overwhelming of a feeling. So I can't imagine how you feel. But we can't care about really how you feel because you didn't care about, um, you know, how you could make others, the ones that supported you, made you rich, you could free them in a way like, all right, my idols came out and said they experienced the same thing as me. And nobody believed me, but now that they came out, oh, now people actually believe me and maybe want to help me. And you know what? It's helping me not to think about suicide because now I have support. But y'all staying in the closet about all the stuff that had happened, and you're in a negative karmic debt because of that. Oh yeah, you had you were a household brand, right? So that means you had it's its own entity now. So that thing is still operating through y'all, but it's also operating as a separate entity because it formed a separate entity as a third party. Yeah, yo, this thing is like, how you gonna get out of that contract, yo? Did you take a blood oath? You need to talk about that. Um, let's see what else could be the. Did you do your deal directly with Satan? Like, let's. I'm trying to think of an example. Um, like, are your parents Hollywood gatekeepers? Do you have a bloodline of of the synagogue of Satan, or that because that they have ties with, they supposedly run the industry. I'm not when I can't get into that, vouch for that, those facts, because I kind of don't have time to like look up other people's realities because that's just their reality. That's not gonna have nothing to do with me when I uh account for my book of life